Hi Alana. Last time on my last blog, I think we were talking about London Film Festival, and I'd also talked a little bit about collage. And in my research, I've been looking at both other film festival posters and individual film posters as well. There's one thing I've noticed before the brief in general, that individual film posters, they seem to depict a lot more energy and drama than what film festival posters do. So I've been looking at both because, with it being a wide range of different films at a film festival, I thought it'd be nice to, in my design, to depict some of that energy that you seem to get on individual film posters and boxes. So I've been taking a look at them and looking at collage as well, and looking at some different types of collage, and just one example here, but there's more in my work folder. I did a bit of experimentation with that in the work folder. Did a few examples and what have you. And that brought me on to looking at double exposure. That also happens a lot on individual film posters. And back to the collage, what I'll try to do is depict lots of different things on one poster, really. And I just thought that double exposure is a technique that could allow me to put more than one thing in a composition at one time in a more interesting way than collage. And going back to some of the other research I'd done, where you've got London Film Festival and other film festivals trying to also put the skylines in from whichever film festival it is, and scenery from the city in general. If you look at this is an example of a film poster. It just shows how you could fit scenery from a film and, say, Leeds skyline in the same poster. So I found that quite interesting. Experimented with that a little bit in my workbook. And while I'm doing this, researching both film festival posters and film posters in general for individual films, I also noticed that there's a massive difference between individual film posters and film festival posters. If we look at film posters in general, for instance, you're very much depicting a mood, a bit like packaging in a supermarket. You're depicting a mood of what's within the packaging, the type of film it is. There's no, with individual film posters, I've noticed there's no real visual message as such. It's like I say, it's more of a mood thing. If you look at these, you can pick any of these. You've got an action film, characters there. There's no actual visual message in it. And if you compare this to another thing as well, a lot of the graphics are obviously just pictures of the film graphics. If we compare this to film festival posters, if we Google just any, you see the difference is there's an actual visual message, if you like. It's a very different composition. Like for instance, if we pick this one, there you've got a camera, colours are depicting festival, cameras depicting the film, you've got a visual message. Here we are, Italian Film Festival, spaghetti, Italian film, visual message. And this is a massive difference between film festival posters and individual film posters that I find. And I'm sort of wondering whether or not to try and merge the two together and get a bit of both, or I don't know whether I'm going to be overcomplicating things, but that's the thing I've noticed, a massive difference between the two. Colour wise and execution wise as well is also a massive difference. Like, you've got a lot more vector imagery the message. Well, the general design is a lot more simple. Get the visual message across with a film festival poster. There, very simple. It's almost infographics. You've got your film reel, but very quick visual message. If we go back to Photoshop, and then some more research I'd been looking at. I'd then come across Vancouver Film Festival, and I noticed very much that another thing that film festivals seem to be tapping into is the imagery of the eye. For obvious reasons, you watch film with your eye, say no more. And they're also, this is all Vancouver Film Festival, they're taking it a step further there. Flowers are seen as a positive thing. It's obviously that's depicting the things you'll see, make you happy when you see the films, etc. But it's these two here that interested me. I saw these two here, and just the way it's been chopped up there, I thought, back to collage again, mixing the two. It might be nice to chop an eye up similar to this, and then but in bigger sections, and put individual film clips from a film, and then you're almost getting the best of both worlds there. You're getting a collage effect, but it's also a visual message as well. Simple. You've got an eye watching a film, and inside the eye, you've got clips of imagery of films that you'd see at the festival. Well, like I say, other film festivals all tapped into this. Here we've got Toronto Film Festival, very similar thing. Image behind the eyes, and the tagline, see the world, obviously see the world through film. So yeah, that's another idea I've now got going around in my head. Focus on the eye somehow, maybe, and then it gets the collage effect in as well. So that's where I am at the minute with that. Oh yeah, another thing as well, when I started looking at the double exposure, because I'd seen a lot of this in Photoshop as well, and you can get some pretty nice effects, so I look for tutorials online on YouTube, etc., and obviously see other tutorials, and then I came to see some manipulation in general, and picture manipulation where the hair's made into water, the head's being peeled, sort of thing. That sounds a bit gross, but it's not as gross as it sounds. Pixel dispersion and things like that. And then that got me thinking that films in general are well known for using special effects and things like that. So I was thinking high impact imagery again to draw you in. You could maybe have just imagery in general that we're using special effects loosely related to film somehow, and it's obviously drawing you in. So I'm sort of looking at that route as well, experimenting with just visual effects in general that would cause a nice image that would catch people's eye, and somehow link that in with film. So that's where I'm at the minute. Until next time.